What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great start to your week here. Almost 9 o'clock, going to try to get this out to the best of my ability, but the Eagles making another move, grabbing a special teamer. And look, I appreciate you guys taking the time here. I know this is not someone that is going to be the starting linebacker. I'm very aware this is not the next Bobby Wagner. I don't understand where people get confused every offseason. Moves like this are going to be made. You're going to need competition. That's what we're here to talk about tonight. So, look, Chandler Martin added to the ranks. So we're going to talk about him. We'll take a look at the updated free agent tracker. That comes along with the cap space, the depth chart, draft picks, all that great stuff you need to know what's going down here in this free agent period. But, look, I appreciate you guys. Hit the like button, sharing, all that stuff. It really does mean a lot. So thank you for that. But I saw some of the comments from the last one. I know you guys are really loving this new hair. If I don't have an appointment, I'm not going to do it. So you're going to have to get used to the little mini afro here. But appreciate all the comments. Love all you guys. Hope you're having a great Monday. But let's jump right into this. Chandler Martin, we talked about it. Probably add a depth piece linebacker. Just told you that last night. And here we go. So, yes, we know this is not a starter. John Campbell's going to be banged up. So we need some depth here this offseason. Let's talk about him. So, Chandler Martin, undrafted last season out of Memphis, also played at East Tennessee State, and only 23 years old, 6'2", 229. Only played in 3 games last year. He was elevated off of the practice squad, had 5 tackles, but he ended up tearing his ACL last season. I think it was like week 13 or something. So, unfortunate, especially for a guy like him. One of the things you like is his speed. Having that 4.54 speed is really nice. He can track down the backs, tight ends, whatever he needs to do. Okay in coverage there. He's got pretty good instincts, I feel. A really high motor guy, right? That's what you see. And that means if he's not starting, high motor, special teams. So one of those guys is not going to really be your formidable inside linebacker taking on the big blockers, going down by your D tackle, taking on guards and centers. That's not going to happen for him. But it's just somebody that I think, with that size, he is a little inconsistent with tackles. That's why he's not starting caliber. But again, this is somebody that fits perfectly into a special teams role. And right now, we need a little bit of depth at the linebacker position. So a no-brainer to me why Chandler Martin was added because, well, we already talked about it. And we talked about the fact that you don't need to draft anyone high. So maybe a late-round pick, maybe an undrafted guy, a free agent or two. So that's what we're seeing now. These are all things that all makes sense. The media always gets losing their mind. The fans then lose their mind and everybody's pissed off. It's like, dude, it's the off season. We're going to add people. We're actually going to get to 90 men on the roster. So you better strap in and get ready because more players will actually be added. Don't know how else to put that for people, but that's why I make these shows. In case you want to be informed and know everything that's going on, you have this show. If you want to be like everyone else and have absolutely no idea what's going on and just talk about trading Jalen Carter, A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts every day, plenty of shows out there for that. But let's take a look at what's actually happening here in reality. And for you sickos, here we go. So here's all the players that have been added so far. So we've got 6 on offense, 6 on defense. Obviously, these are players from other teams that we have added. So really excited about what we're doing here. A lot of depth pieces, a couple of starters here in Tariq Woolen, Marquise Brown. Really excited about where this team is headed into this draft here, getting very excited. And we also retained a bunch of our own players, and whether that be via re-signing them or just restructuring or extending their contracts, you can see Calcaterra, Fred Johnson, Epps, man, and then Dickerson, Goddard, Davis, Carter, and Elliott all moved around and new money there. Howie working his magic, and he also signed those futures guys. So remember, they will be part of the offseason roster competing, guys that were on our practice squad and other teams, a few players there. So, that is the reserve future signings. And we did lose a bunch of players, but we knew all of them would be gone. Jalen Phillips was the only one we thought maybe we'd get back unless he was outpriced. He was. So no surprises there. And we actually do have a few free agents left remaining. Brandon Graham apparently going to make an announcement tomorrow at 11 o'clock. We'll see if he is retiring again or plans to try to come back another season. I've told you before, need to get younger, let the man retire. Maybe you bring back Ben Van Sumeren. You don't have a long snapper. Not sure Hewlett is the answer, but we shall see. Now let's take a look at all of those pieces. and this new updated depth chart. As you can see, the offense obviously hasn't changed in a couple of days, but if you're new to the show, you can see all of the pieces, the free agents, the guys with new deals, the future signings, and then all the guys that were already under contract. And try not to get too worked up about where guys are on the depth chart, just plugging people in as we go. And as the competition starts, we'll start talking more about who's starting and who's backing up who. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, we get that other linebacker that we talked about. So Chandler Martin, Chance Campbell now on that third string. Got Trotter and Munden there on the second. Campbell obviously going to be out, so we're going to need some from the second and third string this off season. But you see all of the other additions that we have made or reworked contracts, and we'll see how this all plays out. But obviously going to focus on the safety going into the draft, and, well, maybe we add a free agent as well. Remember, free agency's not over just because the media said it was on day one. We actually have months to go. So, yeah. Now here's the special teams department and some of the additions obviously helping out there. Going to still need a long snapper, though. Now, this money will continue to fluctuate, but just know that we have over 30 million. So that is awesome. Almost 35. Let's effing go. Howie knows what he's doing. I promise you. Only need a few mil for draft picks. So, again, when you keep hearing all these people talk about we don't have cap space, we don't have this, tell them please tune into this show and learn how these things actually work before talking out of your ass, please. And thank you. Now, we also have that draft coming up that we talk about, and we know we have 9 picks this year, 7 picks the following, and then 7 after that. So you got 23 picks you can trade coming up in this draft, and you know how he'll be moving up, down, all around. Let's effing go. And in this year's draft, you've got 4 picks in the top 100 there with those 2/3. And then you got 2 fourths, 2 fifths, and a 6th. And with Atlanta, with that trade to Sidney Brown, we moved up into the 4th round to 114, and then in the 6th round, we went from 215 to 197. So, Howie, continue working your magic, but that's all I've got for you here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know how you're feeling, whether you've got something on Chandler Martin, who, again, love the kid. Unfortunately, he tore his ACL last year. He's got that great special teams upside, so hoping the best for him, but a depth piece, so keep that in mind. But if you have anything else, maybe some thoughts on the free agent tracker there, whether that be cap space, draft picks, depth chart, the additions, losses, whatever it is, love to hear from you. Leave it down below. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, hit that like button, share this bad boy, subscribe, and join the family, becoming members, all those things. It's awesome. You guys are truly too kind. I love each and every one of you. But hope you have a great rest of your night. Until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there, and as always, say it with me now, sickos. Go Birds!